Welcome back. There's a live look outside from the Oregon coast. Our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. When it comes to children, it's not just the words we use that are important, but also how we say them. Here to share more, we welcome back educator and family coach Amy Williams. I'm always happy to see you.
Thank you.
You help me through my days with my young kids right now.
I'm so glad.
So let's talk about positive phrasing.
Okay.
What does that mean in the first place?
Well, it's important to remember the way that we speak to children is going to be the way they speak to us and to other people. So it's important to remember, how do I want them to speak to others and to communicate with others, not only now when they're little, but as they grow older and into adulthood.
And it's not just the words like we mentioned, it's how you say them in other parts of the environment as well.
For sure. Well, get this, only 7% of the message is carried by our words. Only 7, that's single digits.
Dang,
right?
I've been wasting a lot of words, I think.
Yeah. You know, and texting, so many misunderstandings happen when you just have the words.
That's true.
So there's the words, which is 7%, and then 30-some% is with our tone and our volume and the way that we use our voice, right? Do we go up high or do we go down low? All of that adds to the words, but 55% of the message comes from our body. Are we open? Are we closed? Are we tense? Are we relaxed? So our facial expression is also a part of that.
That's a big deal, because I would think more about the tone of how you're delivering something versus your actual body language, that would be, so that's a good reminder. And you mentioned that our kids are developing their own language as well.
For sure.
During this time.
Right, so have you ever had your child say something back to you and you think, oh my gosh,
whoops,
where did they learn that? Oh wait, that's me.
My bad.
Yeah, oh, I said that word.
That's a very humbling moment.
Sure enough, for sure.
But it happens to all of us, hopefully.
Yeah.
And talk about emerging empathy too.
Sure. Well, just as we're speaking with children with our intentionality and our tone, and getting our body and our tone and our words to be in alignment, saying the same thing at the same time, children can pick up on all the nuances of what it is that we're trying to say. And so they're learning how that feels like, what that feels like to hear it that way.
Yeah.
So when they say it to others, they'll begin to make the connection of, oh, that's what that person feels, or they're beginning to have an understanding. When I say it this way, or when that is said to me this way, this is what facial expression that my friend has.
Yeah.
You know, they might look sad or they might look happy. So they're beginning to understand their connection and their impact on other people.
Right.
When they're trying on what we've taught them and role model to them.
And then when you put that into practice, they have their own self-regulation, that they've identified what to do and what not to do, in a sense.
And role model, again, when we role model, because we'll get frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the holiday season, season of light, but still there are big emotions that happen, right? So when we feel dysregulated in a big emotion and we could show our child, so our face changes, our body softens, our tone drops a little bit. And so they can hear, okay, my person was upset, and that's what they did to settle. They took a deep breath, or they did whatever it is that you do, you show them. I can try that too. So they'll practice that as well. Right?
Do you have some helpful phrases, some go-to things that we can put into practice that might be helpful as a starting point?
Sure. One thing that's really useful is to let a child know what they can do.
Okay.
Instead of stop that.
Oh.
You know, get off the table versus, oh, your feet belong on the floor.
Okay.
Right, let them know what to do rather than what not to do. Because a young child might go, okay, so what do I do?
Sure.
Or I'm going to continue to test and check out boundaries, and okay, I don't stand on the table, but I could stand on the back of the couch.
Oh my gosh.
Or I could stand on the shelf.
Why are you describing my household right now? Sounds so familiar. So kind of flipping it to can do versus can't do, but also being clear in the language as well.
For sure. You know, I think it was Brene Brown who says clear is kind and unclear is unkind.
Yeah.
And if you think, especially with young children who are developing language, they're still trying to figure out, what did you say? What does that mean? Okay, I'm trying to understand that in context, and then decide what I'm going to do, and do I know how to do it? I mean, it's complex.
Right.
So it's a big ask for children to understand the words that we say. So when we have a clarity in what we're saying, you know, for example, like our feet belong on the floor at, you know, at grandma's house or at our house, whatever it is that you're saying, just clarity of that's what happens. Your feet belong on the floor. And then when their feet are on the floor, you say, thanks. Drop it. Don't mention it again.
Perfect. I love
Yeah.
it. Easy stuff. We can get started with that. Thank you so much, Amy. It was great to see you.
My
Happy
pleasure.
holidays.
Thank you. You too.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com.